these are the sleeve styler rollers that I don't know if you've been obsessed with them, but I've sure been obsessed with them for the past 6 months. And so, ever since Tara Brown walked into that Shark Tank and pitched her invention, I had to have it. I've been using it faithfully. I've been using these rollers faithfully for the past 6 months, so I wanted to report to everybody what I found. Because everybody's helped me so much on the YouTube. Maybe I could help somebody out there that has hair like me, and it's not that great. I don't have great hair, so I wanted to give you some tips on things that I figured out, and maybe have tips to give me, and hopefully we can share and help each other. I don't know, but let's give it a shot here. So, gotta talk fast because that's my other problem. I start talking about this product and I start going for about an hour or so. So, anyway, let's get to it, okay? First of all, let's skip to the setting here, okay? That my hair, what's wrong with my hair? Okay, why do I have bad hair? I have what I call bad hair because it is the type of hair that's very fine, it's frizzy, it is color treated, and so those heat styling tools were just wrecking the heck out of my hair. Now in the past 6 months, I've seen 100% improvement in the texture of my hair, and just to have curls has been so much fun. I've been enjoying it for the past 6 months. And so here's how my hair looked 6 months ago, right before I started using the sleeve stylers. Okay, so you can get a look at what that's all about. Now, first thing I want to talk about is the problem with my kind of hair, and if you have my kind of hair, you know fully that you've been running into this problem with the sleeve stylers, is that there's a tendency to you'll get kinks, and because we don't have thick hair, have very fine hair, and because we don't have thick hair, those kinks will really show quite a bit, okay? So what I found is when I'm doing my setting, that's why I wanted you to see it after it's set already, okay? I set it last night, slept with it, and believe me, no problem at all sleeping on these things. I think they are great. Sometimes I sleep so soundly that instead of a spiral curl, I'll get a square spiral. But anyway, we'll see what I get today. So if I run into problems along the way, I'll be able to explain to you what I usually do in order to fix those up. Okay, so first of all, when it comes to these kinks, don't even try to do it like they're showing in the infomercials, that you start from down here to be doing these rollers. No, you need to be putting some rollers up on top, because if you don't, the kinks are definitely going to show, okay? And this is how I've gotten around it, is by, when I'm putting these rollers in, I am not sectioning straight sections, I am staggering, slanting. Here, see how I'm doing it? I pull hair from the sides, I pull hair all different ways. That's the key. Make sure you're slanting, staggering, and also I'll throw in a mini here and there. Sometimes I put in like 3 or 4 or 5 minis, and sometimes I'll put 6 long ones on the bottom, 2 or 3 on the top, long ones on the top, and fill it all in with some minis. Sometimes I'll just put in 3. I'll put 1 big chunk of hair here and 2 chunks of hair, and when I'm in a hurry or it's bad weather out and all I want to do is just calm down the frizzies. Okay, so those are all kinds of ideas of what I do in order to get the setting, because by having it all staggered, that compensates for some of these kinks that you might be getting, and then it blends in. Also, don't be afraid to leave out some straight ends. See how I do that? Because that I'm able to blend that in later on, and that helps to cover up some kinks. Now, when it comes to rolling these rollers, let me give you some tips on that. Now, some people roll it to the front, some people roll it to the back. It's your choice. What I found is some days I'll roll it to the front, some days I'll roll it to the back, okay? And it seems to give it better body when I alternate like that. I don't know. But anyway, here's one of the tricks that I found in order to avoid some of the kinks that I was getting, because sometimes the ends would be all frizzed up, and what I found from what caused that was I was starting it down here and I was rolling it much too tight. So you don't want to do that. You want to put the roller kind of in the center of your strand and roll the end of it there, and then roll the rest of it this way. And that is what creates that beautiful spiral end. If you do it any other way, if you have my kind of hair, I'm not talking about the beautiful girls out there with the long, gorgeous hair. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people like me that don't have this great, beautiful hair, okay? And so, by rolling it that way, I'm able to get the spiral, okay? Let's see. So let's talk about products. It's really good, works well with these. Okay, let me get to this so that we get it combed out. So okay, tools. Here, here's another secret that I use too. I will roll my hair like this. I'll pull it out in order to, because when you get up in the morning, I don't care if you took a luxurious bath last night, you want to wash your face. And these things, and when you have these rollers around, they're flopping in your face. So what I use, I'll put a clip in in order to be able to wash my face and not wet the hair, because that's counterproductive. If you put washing your face and it hits your hair, then all of a sudden your hair is wet again, and that you can't do that. So anyway, okay, so that's the little clip. When I'm sectioning hair, for when I'm setting it, definitely use one of these in order to push it aside. I'll show you what I mean by that. Like say, if I'm doing this one here, this hair back here will be getting caught when I'm trying to roll that. So I'll make sure that if you don't use one of these, don't forget you're working with something that has Velcro on the end, and Velcro is serious hurt when when it gets stuck in your hair, okay? Especially when you're dealing with the minis. The minis are another animal altogether. But anyway, let me get some of this going here. Maybe I'll have to speed it up when I'm doing the comb out in order to get it into the time frame here that I'm allowed. So anyway, what I do is, as I'm pulling out the rollers, I separate my curls. I'll roll my fingers through it. Here's the minis. Okay, let me discuss the minis a little bit, how to roll these. When you're rolling the minis, took me a while to figure it out. Okay, minis, what you want to make sure you're going to be doing is that you got to get it as close as possible to the scalp. And when you put the band around it, if you're not in the right position, just keep winding that band no matter what it takes in order to get it to go on the Velcro and hold it secure. I saw some people on YouTube having all kinds of trouble with this because they just rolled it up, put the band over the top, and the thing flops out if you're not in the right direction. So keep that in mind, because the ones that I saw it worked fine on, I saw what they did. They had twisted it all around, and that's what the secret is on the minis, okay? But what I like about the minis is that they add this other layer of curls, so it really looks cool. And the curls in the back of my hair, oh my God, this is just incredible. Okay, so let me get these out here, see what I'm doing. And as I take out each layer, I keep running my fingers through it, and And since I don't have a very good view of what I'm doing here right now, I'm probably going to shut this thing down, run to another mirror and see what I'm doing, and then I'll be able to come back. And so anyway, but gives you an idea here. Oh, the kind of combs I use. Oh, let me show you that. Okay, this one I use for certain things. It's got the real wide tooth comb. This wide tooth comb I use for other things. I'll show you how I do a little back combing. And this is my secret, is because with my kind of hair, if you have my kind of hair, I don't care how much you flip your head over, it doesn't help. And so running the fingers through, using one of these fishtail combs, okay, tail combs, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. And so here, this, when I take this one out, that's when I use my fat one, and I will comb it out this way. And then I will be using this one in order to smooth this down here and smooth this, and also I will pick it up in the back to do some back combing. Take this section up, do some back combing on that. It's very light. It's not to give it fullness, because we're using a wide tooth comb. It's not to give it that hairspray, you know, that play hairspray. It's not to give it that stiff look. That's not what it's for. But what it does is it helps to blend the hairs that, like I told you, my kind of hair, crummy hair. So by doing that, and then I smooth it all out. Okay, so I'm going to go to another mirror so that I can see all points, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks when it's done. Okay? Okay, so I went and fooled around with another mirror. So anyway, let me turn around, give you an idea of how the back looks. And this is on second day hair, so this isn't just freshly washed hair, okay, like I was telling you. Now, this will, no way does this hold up all day long, okay? In about 4 hours, it's, what it does though, it goes into these beachy waves that are still pretty, even after the curls aren't really there anymore, okay? But now, this is what I'm talking about with the tail comb. This is excellent tool, okay? This is the one I told you about that I use in order to smooth it out here, okay? And also blending in those ends that I showed you before, okay? And fluff it out with that. I mean, those gorgeous girls in those other videos would flip their head over and everything looks beautiful, but that doesn't work for me. So anyway, I hope I helped you. And I mean, I'm here all the time, so subscribe maybe, I don't know. If you really think you got something worthwhile out of listening to me. I'm not selling anything, so I want you to understand that, okay? And if you have some tips for me, maybe there's things that you're watching me and you go, Alice, what are you doing that for, okay? So if that's the case, feel free. I don't care. I got real thick skin, okay? And so, and I have to give a shout out, Vegas Strong, that's for sure. I think I talked enough, and hopefully I get this thing into the 15 minutes, so good luck. I wish you well, and anybody that has hair like me, you really need something like sleeve stylers to use. Please stay away from those heat tools because you're just doing a losing battle. So anyway, God bless you. Take care. See you soon. Bye.